Welcome to the Centralia College pregame show. At Centralia College, you can master a trade, earn a degree, or compete at the next level in one of 6 sports, including esports. Trades training, associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, affordable tuition. Visit centralia.edu and blaze your trail at Centralia College.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is Egg McMuffin time, 7:55 a.m. Pacific time. This is the Centralia College pregame show brought to you by the Welding Training Program. Trade jobs are in high demand, especially for welders. If you're interested in the high-paying career of a welder, visit centralia.edu and blaze your trail at Centralia College. Nick Sisson here alongside Coach Jeff Weeks. And Jeff, we are here, like I just said, bright and early for some consolation boys basketball action between the Tumwater Thunderbirds and the North Kitsap Vikings, and all of this action is proudly brought to you today by the Eli Sports Network and the NFHS live streaming network. And Coach, both of these teams, very proud traditions over the last couple seasons. North Kitsap winning a state championship a few seasons ago. They find themselves here playing on Saturday again. And Tumwater, the same situation. They had to battle out of the quarterfinal round to get to this point, much like the North Kitsap Vikings did. They each picked up a victory yesterday, and one of these teams is going to go home with a 4th-place trophy.
Yeah, they really did. Tumwater played well against Enumclaw to get here. North Kitsap in a close game with R.A. Long, and we'll talk a little more about that right after the Star Spangled Banner.
There are many ways for businesses to expand their customer base, but one of the tried and true ways of increasing customer loyalty and recognizing employees is to put your name and logo on promotional and motivational items. You can find a wide selection at Alderson's Awards West Printwares in Centralia. Shirts, hats, coats, mugs, pens, and more, all with high-quality screen printing or embroidery done on site. For a full catalog of items at great prices, go to aldersons.net, and remember, you will get maximum impact at Awards West Printwares.
Spin Tees Screen Print and Graphics in Olympia gives you the very best printing and embroidery, perfect for teams, schools, companies, or special events. Get excellent quality, custom designs, quick turnaround, and low pricing. Count on Spin Tees for quality brands like Port Authority, Sport Tech, and District Threads. For easy ordering and results you'll love, go to spinteeprints.com or check them out on Facebook.
Back here at the Yakima Valley Sun Dome for this boys' 4th place, 6th place matchup. Nick Sisson here alongside Jeff Weeks once again, and we are just getting the intros here for both of these teams. And Jeff, on that little lead out there before the Star Spangled Banner, we were just mentioning these two teams playing yesterday. Tumwater winning in a 18-point, victory. They kind of created some separation for themselves early, right after that second half. North Kitsap, they started out real quick against R.A. Long. They built a 14-point lead, but the Lumberjacks never gave up, and they made North Kitsap work all the way up to the final second, but it was a 2-point victory for the Vikings to get here to this place.
Yeah, really a great game. R.A. Long came back, made it close, really battled down the stretch there in the 4th quarter and gave North Kitsap some fits and a little bit of worry about getting here today, but both teams do advance, get here this morning, and what should be a fairly even matchup between both clubs.
Yeah, I think that on paper that this one looks like a very good matchup. We were just talking a few moments ago before we went live on the air that, hey, waking up this early, getting your body clock ready to go, and putting forth 110% effort is kind of difficult. For these kids, it might be a little bit easier because they usually are up around 6:30 in the morning to get ready, for school every day, and some of them might have a PE course right before 9 a.m.
Yeah, and practice over the course of the season. Coaches do a good job, especially when you get to the weekends, of coming in and practicing early, just so you get everything that you'll see during the course of the season. The real hard part about this is that tournament time's so much different than the regular season. To be here, if you were here Wednesday, it's been a grind. And getting up early now to play today after being involved in the grind, it just makes it that much more mentally challenging. And the legs are kind of tired, which makes it really important here this morning game for both teams to really focus on attacking the rim instead of settling for jump shots early, just to get themselves going in the flow, get themselves in the flow.
Fans are starting lineups first for the Tumwater Thunderbirds. It'll be Luke Reed, Luke Brewer, Braden Oram, Gunnar Haroon, and Connor Hopkins. And for the Vikings, who will be wearing the home garb today, Jalen East, Mason Shemiluski, Ethan Gillespie, Cade Ornis, and Harry Davies. These teams each feature a very potent 1-2 punch. We saw that in a matchup yesterday with Pullman and Mark Morris. You're going to have Luke Brewer and Andrew Collins on the Tumwater side, and then you're going to have Harry Davies and Cade Ornis as we are underway here at the Yakima Valley Sun Dome, and the tip controlled by the Vikings. They will be working from right to left on your television screen. And early a nice feed to the high post, circling the top is Davies, but Brewer picks him up. Ornis crosses over, trying to shake his defender Oram, and he hop steps into contact, and a T-Bird slid over there to try to take a charge. That was Luke Reed. Instead, he's going to pick up a blocking foul.
Just a half step late and trying to get in front.
Inbound here, Shemiluski. Off of a curl, wide open, shot long, and a foul called there. So 2 quick fouls here, 22 seconds into the ball game for the T-Birds. North Kitsap aggressive off of that inbound set, and I'm a big fan of getting to the free throw line very early in the ball game, Jeff.
Yeah, it really gets you to advantage, sets the tone, and the free ones come in handy if you can knock them down, as Ornis does there on the first.
And I think it builds confidence just knowing that you can physically put the ball in the hoop early going.
Foul is on Brewer, it'll be his first, second team foul.
Second free throw off back iron, and Brewer, the man you just mentioned, rises up high to get that rebound. And then Shemiluski is aggressive, and he fouls just across the midline. So 3 fouls in 27 seconds here. In about 9 more seconds, we might have another whistle.
Playing out that way.
Brewer gets the inbound. First possession here for the T-Birds. They finished 4th last year, Jeff, and they have an opportunity to give Josh Wilson and themselves another 4th place trophy here as Brewer rises up off of a screen, and it does not hit anything. It's out of bounds. Viking basketball.
And you're seeing a little bit of the legs that we mentioned in the open. Both teams struggling just a little bit to find the strength and the flow.
The Vikings go right back to that high post, and cutting off of that action is Davies, and Davies finishes strong off the glass and give the dime to Ornis. Brewer being harassed here by Shemiluski up top. Now moves it far wing. Oram passes back. This is Hopkins with a drop step spin. Ball fake, rises up and hits. That's a nice move there, Jeff.
Really was. Nice gather, good head and shoulder fake, get him in the air, and then elevate over the top.
Yeah, those little intangibles, when you get to this level of competition, it's important to keep your defense, the opponent defense off balance, and those head fakes can really do that. Low pass, not going to be able to dug out by Davies as the Vikings turn it over. Good defense there beyond the top of the circle. 6:28 mark here, folks. Again, this is Nick Sisson alongside Jeff Weeks. 4th place action here at the Yakima Valley Sun Dome. Jeff will be here all day and night.
Another long day, but this is the exciting day. Hardware given out all day long, both courts.
Miscommunication, lob pass out, but saved from going into the backcourt. Good hustle there by Hopkins. It sets up a 3 for Brewer off back iron, and the rebound collected by Davies. 6 minutes to go, first quarter.
Nice move.
Yeah, lost it on the way up a little bit, went long, but an offensive board down low. Wraparound tap there by Hopkins, can't knock the ball loose. Vikings looking to get back into their set with 21 on the shot clock. And we're going to get a foul on the drive here. It'll be the 3rd Tumwater team foul.
Going to be on Connor Hopkins. His first.
Hopkins got himself into some foul trouble in that game against Mark Morris here in the quarterfinal rounds. Had to sit for a majority of the game. That might have been a travel there, Jeff, but the shot up no good by Ornis.
Looked like he got away with one.
3-2 Vikings as Brewer goes to work and finds Orem, an open shooter, and it's Drano for Braden Orem. Braden is a heck of a shortstop for the T-Birds as well. Good athlete. And that was a nice defensive play there, I thought, by Haroon, but might have got a little bit of the arm on the way down there, as it's going to be Cade Ornis at the free throw line.
Haroon called for the personal. Fourth team foul.
They're fixing the scoreboard there, 5-3 Tumwater as Ornes settles into the free throw line. And hits.
They gave the 3 to the other team, not that team. Yeah, it was at 6 and 2. I was like,
Second free throw on the way, and Ornes hits the second. So we're tied up here, 5:15 to go, opening quarter. Skip pass, Haroon gets it out. Looking for a screen, driving opposite of that screen is Reed. He kicks near wing 3 on the way by Connor Hopkins. And Hopkins up to 6 in the score sheet. Maybe I'm circling the wrong one. You got 5 there, Jeff?
Should have 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
First one was a 2.
I might have accidentally circled somebody else there. 8-5. That score is definitely correct here. Davies, nice hang time.
Take.
Athletic move there. Harry Davies. He's got 4 here in the early going. Reed hands off Hopkins. Hopkins gets a pick from Haroon. Nice drop off there, but Haroon can't handle it. Davies picks it up after the turnover. Nice outlet up ahead. Ornes rises up, leaves it short, gets his own rebound, goes up again and hits. This is a lot like it was yesterday for North Kitsap, starting out strong with their 1-2 punch of Davies and Ornes, as we've got a timeout here with 4:11 on the clock. It's going to be a 30, so we'll just keep it right here, Jeff, and we'll just talk a little bit more about the rest of the action here today. I tell you what, we are jam-packed with some really good matchups. 3 championship games featuring rematches, and the other one that's not a true rematch still features the defending champion from last year in Linden.
Yeah, Linden had a little bit of a rough go early in the season, a little stretch there early on, and then a little one again as they got into the playoff time. That not necessarily shooting the ball the best coming out of their district tournament, but they found their groove and have made their way back through the tournament and back to defend that title.
Yeah, what I thought going into the tournament is as long as Linden doesn't take on Seaholm, they'll probably have a really good path to getting to the championship, because that's just been their issue. As we're back to action here, Seaholm knocked them off twice this year. I don't know how many teams can say they beat Linden twice in a season in their history, Jeff.
It's been a long time.
Brewer rips through after the triple threat. He goes reverse layup, misses it. Haroon is there for the rebound, and he goes right back up strong, and he's fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line. 3:49 left here in the opening quarter.
Terry Davies with the personal, his first. Second team foul on North Kitsap.
Haroon has the first free throw roll off.
Really liked his effort there on that offensive board to go up and elevate, tip it to himself, gather, and put it back up.
Yeah, Haroon's known to be more of a defensive presence down low and also a great rebounder too. But he connects on that second free throw. He can do some things down low once he gets the entry pass in good position. Aggressive take and a lot of contact down there. Davies, aggressive, draws the foul. I'm surprised Davies has this much spring in his step early. What it is to be young again here, Jeff, because yesterday he really sold out on both ends of the court against Ari Long, chasing Kevin Holden around.
Yeah, really had a great effort game, and it's good to see that he's got the energy today to come out and attack the glass.
Well, again, this script is just playing out identically yesterday in terms of who's doing the scoring for North Kitsap. Davies and Ornes with 5 as Davies gets the friendly roll on the second free throw. And he is up to 6. 11-9 your score. Brewer. Now Reed finds Brewer behind the three-point line. It's off right. Davies is there for the rebound. 3:15 now left here in the opening quarter at the Yakima Valley Sundome. 4th place boys action in the 2A bracket. Bounce pass entry. Orness kicks. Chmielewski looking back for Orness. He finds him. NBA 3 on the way, and it's Cash. Orness now with 8 in the frame. 14-9. North Kitsap has opened up a 5-point advantage, largest lead for either team here in the early going. Haroon faces up, and we've got a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against North Kitsap. We'll see who they got this one on. I didn't get the best of looks there.
Looks like it's on Davies, his second. And that was off the flex cut.
We saw a lot of that yesterday in that Mark Morris-Pullman game we did.
Yep.
Reed to inbound it here for the T-Birds, looking down low on the block, and he finds a shooter right in good position, and that is Tanner Brewer. So the other Brewer gets this lead down to 3. Nice ball fake there by Orness. Might have went right up into contact and had 3 free throws. Instead, he gets a look at 3, and this one's a little bit long and off the mark. Long outlet pass up ahead. Brewer shakes off the defenders, now goes to work, and he falls down, and the ball tapped out, collected by the Vikings. Up ahead, here we go. East gets it to Orness. Davies trailing the play, and somehow gets that one to go. Might have been able to draw the and one as well there, Jeff.
Yeah, it was just a heck of an effort. Just really muscled that in.
16-11. Yeah, he's spent some time in the weight room for sure. Brewer inside, another flex cut, creating some space, but Hopkins just misses that one long. Rebound Vikings. Davies turns. Orness, not for a head fake, tries to skip it to the far baseline. It's deflected by Tumwater out of bounds. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. These two teams have combined for 8 team fouls, 5 of those on the T-Birds. We saw this inbound play, I think 3 times or so yesterday as Chmielewski catches the T-Birds asleep at the wheel, and Orness rises up and catches, fires, doesn't hit, but he's at the free throw line.
Personal foul on Luke Brewer. It'll be his second, 16th foul.
Yeah, it's a nice little inbound play design. If you're Tumwater and head coach Josh Wilson, you got to look for that one on their next out on the baseline, because they will run that a few times as Orness misses that first free throw. Both these teams are very well coached with Josh Wilson and Scott Orness, and both very well dressed as well. Next free throw also no good. That was Clayton Morgan, number 23, with the rebound for Tumwater. Minute 8 to go here, opening quarter. Brewer throws that pass down low, and it's intercepted by Davies. Davies, hesitation, and I believe that they're going to be calling a technical foul here. And Josh Wilson, I think, is the guilty party there, the head coach of the T-Birds. Nope, Connor Hopkins, excuse me.
Yeah.
He was looking over to the bench at Coach Wilson, so I wasn't sure if that was going to be a player or a coach, but now Wilson is having a conversation with the officials out there, but that's going to be 2 free throws and the ball and a personal on Hopkins. I mentioned foul trouble for him back in that quarterfinal matchup, and he's up to 2 now with that technical foul. And the first free throw by Orness, no good. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Jeff, but he's missed on the last 3 there.
He has. Yeah, he made his first 3. He'll hit this one now just because we talked about it. Boom.
9 now for Cade Orness, leading the way here in the ball game for both teams. Yesterday, Jeff, I know I kind of mentioned it here, but Davies and Ornez combined for all 27 first-half points against the RA Long Lumberjacks, and they're doing the same thing here. 17 on the board here in the opening quarter. Skip pass near quarter. This is Gillespie dribbling out. Now skipping it back to Ornez, and Ornez jabs right, rises up, kicks because that was really good defense. Davies pulls up off the dribble from 16. It's long. Morgan securing the rebound for the T-Birds. Under 33 seconds to go now here. There's about a 9-second differential between shot clock and game clock as that shot is fired up and missed by Morgan. Now the Vikings with possession, and they can hold for the final shot. Shot clock off here with 20 seconds clock running. Hopkins still out there with those 2 fouls. And head coach Josh Wilson says, back up, keep yourself available here.
Yeah, don't get another cheap one here.
Ornez kicks. Great defense by Orem, and he wasn't even looking.
Just had a hand in the passing lane.
That's what you're taught there, is to close out hard and deny the ball, deny those passing lanes. Good things will happen if you're in position.
4.5 seconds left in the quarter.
Davies receives the inbound, needs to go to work, looking to get it back to the corner. Ornez is not going to get this one off, and that is going to do it for the first quarter of action here at the Yakima Valley Sundome. The North Kitsap Vikings 17, Tumwater 11. Fans, we will be back here in Yakima on the Eli Sports Network after a couple of messages from our sponsors.
Good Health Nutrition Center in Centralia is your home base for nutrition. When you visit Good Health Nutrition Center, you'll find the largest selection of vitamins, supplements, and natural remedies. You may be surprised to also find a huge selection of healthy groceries such as gluten-free products, environmentally friendly products, organic fruits and vegetables, and items for specific diets like the diabetic diet. Good Health Nutrition Center, powering students and athletes from the inside out. Good Health Nutrition Center on Harrison in Centralia.
This welding program is centered around getting your state structural certifications. They come in, take the welding core classes, get their work done that is pertinent to what they're going to do out into the field. So the industry of welding is booming right now.
There's construction, there's pipe fitting, there's sheet metal, there's opening your own fab shop. Always going to have an opportunity to be a welder. We always need welders.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second quarter action here in this boys 2A fourth place matchup. Winner gets fourth. The loser gets sixth, but both of them are assured a trophy. Great pick and roll action there, as finishing there is Tanner Brewer, his second bucket of the game. He's got 4. That was a picture-perfect pick and roll there, Jeff.
Really good look. They cleared the floor for it there with the flex cut, get it out of the way, and high post entry.
Gillespie misses on the 3. Here comes Tumwater. Orem dribbling his way to the hoop and finishes. So a good burst out of the start of the second quarter here for the T-Birds. A little 4-0 run.
Cuts it to 2.
Shemiluski moves it far wing. Now he's in the corner, still with a dribble. Bounce pass entry, Gillespie. Gets it right back out. Now Mason hop steps. Has it stolen away by Hopkins. Good help defense. Hopkins gets around Shemiluski. Finger roll up. A little bit short there, but good hustle by Brewer. And now Luke Brewer for 3 in the lead. And the T-Birds are out of the gate here with a 7-0 run. And it looks like we're going to have a whistle and a timeout taken by Scott Ornez of the North Kitsap Vikings. 6:42 to go. It's a 30. And we'll keep it right here, 18-17. Jeff, gotta like what Tumwater is putting together here to start the second frame.
Yeah, really great energy for them here to come and start the quarter. A lot of that is, that 3 here at the end is the kind of the dagger, but the other 2 were about tacking the rim and getting themselves in there, putting ball pressure there with the ball at the hoop and stressing the defense, and that was kind of what was lacking for him there that last half of the first quarter, so good response.
Yeah, defense led to offense on one of those possessions, and then a good hustle play there by Tanner Brewer to keep an offensive rebound alive, and second chance bucket there by Luke Brewer. That's his first basket of the ball game. You know that North Kitsap's chalking that up to a victory, holding him scoreless in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And now here's the key for North Kitsap, the good timeout to kind of quiet the run and to get yourself a good set here to get yourself on the board.
Yeah, I mentioned these two teams very well coached, and Scott Ornez knows that he needs to settle down his Vikings here as they have possession and the ball with 13 on the shot clock. Chmielewski passes up an open look and throws it into media row. That's a turnover out of a timeout. That's a coach's worst nightmare, Jeff.
Yeah, not what they had drawn up, for sure.
Brewer gets it across the timeline here for Tumwater, working with a 1-point lead. 6:10 to go, second quarter. Brewer faces up, finds Haroon off of a cut, and Gunner loses it on the way up, and then a foul call from the far sideline official. Probably a good call there, Jeff. I thought I saw some contact. The whistle just late getting into the mouthpiece.
Yeah, just a little late. See, the officials kind of are more of the college approach to things. They wait to see, they let the play finish, and then they blow the whistle after.
First free throw short for Haroon. And we're going to have a substitute here for the Vikings. Jalen East will check in, and Noah Sorensen will sit down. Sorensen was the guilty party on that personal foul. That was his first. In case you're wondering, Tumwater does have 17 fouls as the second free throw no good, but kept alive, and Haroon gathers, so second chance opportunity here after the missed free throws. North Kitsap with only 4 team fouls, so bonus free throws available for them as Brewer backs out of a double team. Chmielewski bothering him. Ball movement here out of the corner. 3 on the way, looks left, and it is. Rebound available here and gathered again by the T-Birds. It's Brewer coming up with it.
It's great hustle by Brewer.
Yeah, he's coming in off the bench and provided Josh Wilson's team a spark here. And on the floor, it's going to be a foul called on Chmielewski. A little emotion after that foul call. You got to be careful. There's already been one technical called here in the ball game.
Second one on him. 15 foul.
Baseline out under the T-Bird basket as Reed looking to get it in. Orem hesitation dribble. That is a very, very tough shot, but there is Brewer again, and he goes up again. Fouled and will head to the free throw line despite missing that shot. But, man, I tell you what, he's been in the right place at the right time a couple of times so far here in just this quarter.
Great energy and just a nose for the ball here on this offensive end with his offensive rebounding.
So Brewer will settle in at the free throw line. He's got 4 points, make it 5 after swishing home the first. It's an 8-0 run here to start the quarter, 5:22 to go. Next free throw, no good. And I think we're going to have a foul from behind on Haroon. Nope, they're going to say held ball there. Possession arrow favoring the Vikings.
Maybe that was awful quick. Must have got it up early when they both had it up high.
Chmielewski brings it across for the Vikings, fires a pass inside. Now a kick out east with it. Chmielewski rotates it back far wing. Gillespie dribbles once, kicks to the corner. Now a skip to the top of the circle. East looking to the near corner. Zed fires it inside on the block. Davies in good position, but triple team momentarily there. The T-Birds generate another turnover. Haroon faces up, jabs right. Got a smaller man on him, and he's going to look to back him down. And double dribble called against Gunner. So a turnover by Tumwater to give it right back. 4:44 to go. 19-17 here in this boys 2A fourth place matchup. Nice up and under take there by Ethan Gillespie.
For first points.
We are tied up here at 19, under 4.5 to go now here in the second. Drive right, floater, short. East with an outlet pass up ahead. Aim for Davies. Good play there by Brewer. Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say before that outlet pass about East, he really moved his feet well to cut off that baseline drive, never allowed the shooter to turn the corner there. They're going to check in Clayton Morgan here and sub out Braden Orem on the T-Bird roster as Chmielewski looking to inbound it here. And does get it in. Davies with it now, 23 on the shot clock. Nice feed
find.
down low, up and under kick. East wide open in the near corner for three, and it's just a little bit short. Haroon with the rebound. Might have been able to go right up down low there.
Yeah, I thought he should have shot that layup. I would have.
Got the defender off the feet and might have been able to go up into contact as well to get to the free throw line, but nevertheless, Tumwater with the ball. Brewer off of a curl, still with his dribble, jabs off Shemielewski. Nice bounce pass feed, Haroon. That was great basketball. Give the dime to Clayton Morgan. Big man to big man crime there, Jeff.
Really good look and good patience. He used all the shot clock. Arness drives. He's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentals 101 there on that last play there. You go. You give a nice ball fake and a head fake and a crisp bounce pass to the roll.
Foul on Clayton Morgan, his first, 8th team foul.
It's going to be Cade Orness at the free throw line here. That's the 8th team foul. And, you know, those bonus free throws can hurt, but, you know, 3:21 on the clock. I think Tumwater can survive that. North Kitsap's going to be in the same situation on their next foul as Orness hits the first free throw. He's got 10. And the second one rattles out. So it remains a 1-point lead here for Tumwater. 3:15 to go, second quarter. Brewer open off of a screen. A three is on the way and down for Luke Brewer. That's his second triple of the quarter. He's up to 6.
Brewer having a great quarter here.
Nice steal there. Out in front is Luke Reed. Davies in position defensively. Reed throws it up. Rebound, Orness and the Vikings. They survive that turnover and fast break. Davies blocked there. I believe that was Tanner Brewer who got a piece of that one. Morgan moves it to the corner. Brewer moves it right back out. Top of the circle now, Reed, still with his dribble, being guarded by Shemielewski, puts it on the deck. Brewer comes up to help. High screen, Haroon. Hesitation, Brewer. Kicks it back out, 4 on the shot clock. Ball poked loose by Shemielewski. And this is going to be a 30-second shot clock violation. No, they're going to say possession changed in time, and East receives a nice outlet pass, and he finishes his first bucket of the ball game. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game now, 24-22.
Shemielewski with great hands and effort down here on that to make that long run out happen.
Yeah, he got his head up right away and found the outlet. Coaches love that. That's one of their favorite plays. Brewer has a screen go away. Fires
Wide
it inside.
open.
Off the cut. Shot no good on the turnaround.
Brewer.
But look who it is again on the offensive glass, Tanner Brewer.
He's got a great seal.
Yeah, good job there on the backside to get around the post up there was Orness to defend that. But it'll stay here with Tumwater with 1:29 to go here in the first half. Reed to inbound it here on the baseline. Finds Brewer. 20 on the shot clock here. Little 1-4 there here by Tumwater on this possession. And it's going to be a foul on the floor, but it'll be 1-and-1 free throws for Haroon. You like that spread out design there for Brewer to kind of see the floor?
Yeah, it was great spacing there, and it allowed him, as Coach told him, he kind of take a head check, and Coach Josh moved him over to the left side, gave that great ISO down there on the block. They noticed the mismatch.
First free throw short. Davies did a good job boxing out the shooter there and gets the rebound. North Kitsap looking to potentially tie or take the lead with this trip up the court, and it's a three on the way by Davies, and it's down. All of a sudden, North Kitsap has come back to take a 1-point lead themselves. We've got 61 seconds left in the first half. Davies in double figures as well with Orness. He's got 11, leader in the clubhouse. Ball fake, pass, near elbow, no good. That was a good look there. And we're going to get a loose ball foul on the rebounds against Haroon. And I think we're going to have free throws the other way here.
Yeah. 9th team foul, his second personal.
47.6 as we walk it back to the left side of your TV screen. Again, Nick Sisson alongside Coach Jeff Weeks. And Coach, it's exactly what we expected here. If both teams were able to show up and shake off the cobwebs, we were going to have ourselves a really tight matchup, and we do.
Yeah, we really do, and Orness hits that one. It's interesting to watch North Kitsap. You just think about it. They'd be able to pull away a little more if they can find a third scorer. And at the same time, there's some good balance with the Thunderbirds. Brewer just starting to wake up here in the second quarter.
Next free throw also good by Orness. He's got 12. 27-24. 41 seconds to go here, first half. As the T-Birds looking to come away with a bucket here on this possession. Brewer still with his dribble, being guarded by East. Gets a screen from Brewer. Keeps his dribble. 5-second call being administered, nearly a steal. Nice little Euro sidestep shot, just missed by Morgan.
Falls right to Brewer.
Yep. Shot forced up there by Haroon. Good defense. Outlet up ahead. Good decision there by East to slow it up because now the Vikings can hold for the final possession. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Orness, hesitation, kick, open three in the corner. This is Gillespie, and it rolls off, and that is going to do it here for the first half of action at the Yakima Valley Sundome. Winner gets fourth place, the loser gets sixth. 27-24, North Kitsap with the lead heading into the intermission. Fans, we will step aside here for a couple of words from our sponsors, and we will be back for the Washington State Officials halftime show here on the Eli Sports Network.
The Eli Sports Network is excited to partner with former Seattle sports radio host Mitch Levy to bring you his new show, Mitch Unfiltered. Mitch for years has been known as the best interviewer in all of the Pacific Northwest. His funny, fun, and fast-paced show is even better in podcast form with limited commercial interruption. He offers a free show every Monday and an extra show through subscription on Thursdays. Stay on top of the Seahawks, Huskies, Mariners, and all the pro and major college sports. Mitch is back and he's unfiltered at MitchUnfiltered.com.
We're into a brand new year, so why not give your home or office a brand new look? Home Carpet Warehouse can make it a reality with the look you want and at a price you can afford. It's a great time to shop Home Carpet Warehouse. We have incredible deals on additional inventory we need to push out the door to make room for new styles and colors coming in for the new year. Keep things dry throughout the year with waterproof laminate. Home Carpet Warehouse has a great selection. Also, hundreds of in-stock remnants, window coverings, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, and slab granite. Fantastic looking countertops, as well as hundreds of rolls of carpet on sale for 2023. Home Carpet Warehouse is the clear choice for many reasons, including the best prices and selection in the area, a professional staff that helps every step of the way, and financing options that make it all possible, like 6 months same as cash OAC. It's how Home Carpet Warehouse has held down the Best of Lewis County Award for Best Flooring Store for nearly 20 years. Home Carpet Warehouse, where the deals are flooring, and now cabinets too.
The Eli Sports Network is excited to partner with former Seattle sports radio host Mitch Levy to bring you his new show, Mitch Unfiltered. Mitch for years has been known as the best interviewer in all of the Pacific Northwest. His funny, fun, and fast-paced show is even better in podcast form with limited commercial interruption. He offers a free show every Monday and an extra show through subscription on Thursdays. Stay on top of the Seahawks, Huskies, Mariners, and all the pro and major college sports. Mitch is back and he's unfiltered at MitchUnfiltered.com.
This welding program is centered around getting your state structural certifications. They come in, take the welding core classes, get their work done that is pertinent to what they're going to do out into the field. So the industry of welding is booming right now.
There's construction, there's pipe fitting, there's sheet metal, there's opening your own fab shop. Always going to have an opportunity to be a welder. We always need welders.
Spin Tees Screen Print and Graphics in Olympia gives you the very best printing and embroidery, perfect for teams, schools, companies, or special events. Get excellent quality, custom designs, quick turnaround, and low pricing. Count on Spin Tees for quality brands like Port Authority, Sport Tech, and District Threads. For easy ordering and results you'll love, go to spinteeprints.com or check them out on Facebook.
Welcome to the Washington Officials Association Halftime Show on the Eli and NFHS networks. There is a severe shortage of officials in all high school and middle school sports, and the WOA needs you. If you are interested in becoming an official, contact your local athletic director or go to washingtonofficials.com. Fill out a short questionnaire, and a representative from the WOA will contact you. Now let's go to the WOA Halftime Show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sun Dome. This is the Washington State Officials Halftime Show. Be part of the solution and become a high school and middle school official. All sports are in need and looking for new and energetic people to join the third team. Contact the WOA at washingtonofficials.com. Fill out the quick contact form, and a WOA representative will contact you. Courtside here, Nick Sisson alongside Jeff Weeks, and we've got a good one here on our hands in the 8 a.m. McMuffin game. 27-24, North Kitsap with the lead. Looking for a trophy for the second consecutive year. They're guaranteed it. Last year they got themselves third. Fourth isn't too bad considering that they lost one of their best players last year. We were just talking here during the timeout as the stats come in here, but man, these guys look good over the next couple of years, especially next season with Orness and Davies coming back. They did most of the heavy lifting once again for the second day in a row.
Yeah, they really do. They got an experience. When you think about it, Orness and Davies, they're experienced basketball players. They've been playing a lot of minutes as freshmen and sophomores, and now it's kind of their show as juniors. And we were talking while you guys are out at break that they're really North Kitsap. If they could have one more guy be consistent offensively, they're probably playing in the game for third and fifth instead of fourth and sixth, just to have a little more offensive consistency and another scoring threat, right? When you get to that third guy, it makes it really hard to focus the defense. The two you can kind of handle, one you can handle for sure, and the third one just makes it really, really tough.
Yeah, they're only going to be graduating 4 seniors after this season. I mentioned, they'll have Orness and they'll have Davies back next year. They'll also have Mason Shemiluski, and he's been a really good defender here throughout the tournament. If we had an all-defense team, I would definitely be considering to put him on my ballot. No shot attempts here. In this one, he had one that he passed up. He did set up an open 3 in the corner. It didn't go. But a little bit different for North Kitsap today. They actually have a couple other of guys contributing on the score sheet as well. Even though it's 2 points, it still makes the defense think about other options out there. Jalen East, he had no points yesterday, closed the game with 8 against R.A. Long. He's got 2 so far here in the first half, and then Ethan Gillespie with 2 as well.
Yeah, and then just as looking at things here as we're looking at the stat sheet, the finer details outside of the scoring for both teams that we see, the shooting percentage. North Kitsap shooting percentage a little better, 47% from the floor versus 37, and they've attacked and gotten in the lane a little easier with Orness and Davies and their ability to break a guy off the dribble and attack the rim and get there. The thing that really steps out for Tumwater is just going 2 of 7 from the free throw line. That needs to be a little bit better as you go forward. The rebounding's even, 7 rebounds. Brewer doing yeoman's work there in the second quarter. He's got 4 offensive rebounds, and that's really what helped Tumwater cut that lead down and even have the lead there momentarily in the second period was the offensive glass work by Tanner Brewer.
Yeah, and then also throw in the fact that you got even distribution on their scoring. Brewer leading the way with 6, but you got 3 other guys with 5 in Tanner Brewer, Braden Oram, and Connor Hopkins, who did pick up that technical foul there. Things like that could be the difference. Cooler heads have to prevail. I love how Tumwater came out there in that first 5 minutes of the second quarter, but the last 3 minutes, they were outscored by 7 heading into the locker room. That's why North Kitsap has that 3-point lead. Jeff, any final thoughts before we turn it back here to the third quarter?
Yeah, I think that they got to be a little better at corralling Davis and Orness. Tumwater does, and they got to be just a little more aggressive again about trying to put ball pressure on the rim offensively. A little more consistent with that. Good for them, and for North Kitsap, keep doing what you're doing. It's shown that it's working. You're getting yourself inside, getting lots of good looks, and you might be able to run away with it if you get the third guy to step up.
All right, folks, thank you so much for being a part of the Washington State Officials Association halftime show. We will be back for the start of the second half in just under 2 minutes' time. Stepping away for a quick word from our sponsors.
That wraps up the Washington Officials Association halftime show. Please do your part and cheer for your team and encourage good sportsmanship. We need officials to keep our kids playing. We're back with second half action next on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sundome for the start of the second half between the North Kitsap Vikings and the Tumwater Thunderbirds. I am Nick Sisson, that is Jeff Weeks, and this is the Eli Sports Network affiliated with the NFHS live streaming network. And the Yakima Valley Sundome Tournament, proudly sponsored by Gisa Credit Union and the Dairy Farmers of America. As I joked around over the last couple of days, what do they put in the milk at the Dairy Farmers of America? Because Linden, they have quite the pedigree there. It's pretty much everybody catching them. And, you know, North Kitsap took them on in the game a couple days ago, and, man, it was a tough one. And, you know, Linden's so good the second time around, and you wonder how that schedule that North Kitsap, you know, put themselves in this year really is going to help them down the stretch here and heading into next season.
Yeah, it's just so tough, that Northwest Combo League.
Oh yeah,
you get to play a tough schedule. You see that you're battle tested by the time you get here.
Tough step back. Jay on the way, no good. Offensive rebound. Haroon put back is up and good. More second chance points, Jeff, as we start the third quarter.
Yeah, really good job by Haroon there to work the glass. Been real impressed with Tumwater's work on the glass on the offensive end.
Good ball movement here. East dribbles out of the corner. Orness skips it, far corner. This is Gillespie for three, and it's down! Five points now for Gillespie, matching his jersey number. Circling the top and getting it now is Brewer. Hopkins goes opposite of the screen, drop step spin, foul ball, count the bucket, and one. Kind of got his feet tripped up, but managed to throw it up, and, you know, sometimes you find something there.
Personal foul will be on Harry Davies. It'll be his first team foul. Yeah, really strong take.
7 points now for Connor Hopkins.
Well, they're going to change the foul and give it to Orness.
And Hopkins hits the free throw and completes the old-fashioned three-point play. He's up to 8, lead down to 1. Orness. Shemiluski gives it up now. Davies pulls the trigger from an NBA three and no good. Rebound to Haroon and the T-Birds. Nice outlet here near sideline. Hopkins into a three, no good. Feeling it there. Good outlet up ahead. Davies. Now top of the circle, Orness trailing into a three, no good. Haroon gathers the rebound. Pull-up jumper, Brewer. Wow,
got it.
Great body control there. In and out dribble to get himself to his spot. Nice elbow, Jay. Tumwater with a 1-point lead as Gillespie dials it up again. He's happy with his long-distance provider. Reed gives it up. Now Brewer rips it through. Goes to the corner. Hopkins beyond the NBA three-point line here. Nice head fake. And Davies calling for an infraction. Hopkins takes advantage of Davies complaining to the officials. And it's a tie ball game.
Really strong take.
Tough to see from this angle with his back to us if he actually touched the ball with both hands. I think that Davies was calling for a double. Chmielewski shakes, gives it to the corner. This is East dribbling out, near wing. Gillespie goes back to the corner. Chmielewski dribbles baseline. Nice cut. Good closeout, though. Battle for the rebound, and it's out of bounds, and it's going to be off of East. You know, both teams with good moments there on that sequence. A good cut under the basket, but good recovery defense as well.
Yeah, and then just the length, right? The length in there really bothered East. That, and he didn't catch it clean. I think if he catches it clean, it's an easy layup.
4:45 to go, third quarter, 33-33. This game as advertised.
Back cut.
Brewer comes open, high screen by Haroon. Good job there by Chmielewski.
Travel, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, good job there by Mason because he got around that screen and they didn't have to switch there on defense. You know, that's crucial. We mentioned during the break about his defensive play this year. If there was an all-defensive team, he might be on it. Now Chmielewski gets an open three, and it's short. Rebound, Braden Orem and the Thunderbirds. Orem. His three is short. No passes on that attempt there, Jeff.
Josh probably not real happy about that.
Davies, count the bucket and one. Davies up to 13. There was some help defense available there, but Davies just kind of drop, stepped, and spin right into both of them and was able to draw the contact and finish strong.
Second personal on Orem.
Davies converts the old-fashioned three-point play. He's up to 14. 4 minutes left now here in the third as Tanner Brewer's heading to the scorer's table.
You know, Tumwater needs a better look. You can dribble down the floor and shoot a three anytime you want to. They need to be a little more patient, run a set, get a good, clean look at the basket. That one's better.
Skip to the corner, three on the way short. Chmielewski with the rebound. Orness to the corner. Bounce pass inside. Now Chmielewski dribbling out. Gillespie comes over. Back to Chmielewski. Pass inside. Davies went opposite of where Chmielewski thought he was going.
Yeah, he started to come, and if he would have finished the cut, he would have been wide open.
Brewer, catch and shoot three, no good. Another empty possession for Tumwater, and another three-point shot. That's their third consecutive attempt.
Got to get back to being more patient.
Tough shot.
Tough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Orness is super athletic. He was able to rise up over the defenders, but a little too strong there as Hopkins for the tie. Yes. So the fourth straight triple. I guess they're going to have to change it the fourth time's the charm here, Jeff.
Right. Back to even. East for three.
Wow. He hit 2 threes there in the second half against R.A. Long, and he's up to his old tricks here today. His first triple of the game, and he's up to 5 now.
You know, and the interesting thing here, we talked about the break for North Kitsap having some other guys step up. This quarter it's been Gillespie and East.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a foul on Davies trying to fight through a screen here.
And that will be his third this time.
That could be critical here. I mean, 2:21 now left in the third. If you're Scott Orness, I don't think that you're really interested in taking Davies out of the ball game. I think he can play with 4 personals if that is the worst case scenario, but still might cause him to think about how much pressure he puts on the ball. He is giving Brewer a little bit of space, and now we got a switch on defense. East picks up Brewer.
Yeah. They're going to go to a zone here and protect them a little bit.
Yeah, Davies does get his hand on the basketball there. 16 on the shot clock. Now at the elbow, bounce pass down low on the block. Wow, that is a great turnaround finish with the left hand by Gunnar Haroon. I mentioned that he could do a few things offensively earlier in the game, a lot more than just rebounding and altering shots.
Really good dive at the ball at the high post. He dove opposite, crossed the face, and Davis had to be careful. He contested, but not too much.
Nice feed down low. East in great position. Reverse layup off the glass, rattles home.
East now with 7.
He's got the last 2 buckets there for North Kitsap. This two teams trading blows here with 1:30 to go in the third. Nice screen. Haroon couldn't get away, though, on the slip in time, and Hopkins tried to pass that one into traffic. We do have a loose ball foul, and I think Hopkins is going to pick this one up. And that is the decision.
Hopkins with his third.
And we are going to get a full charge timeout, so we will step away. 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Come on back here to the Yakima Valley Sundome in just a few moments.
The opioid crisis is real, and many families are dealing with this insidious problem. It can attack anyone, from illegal street drugs to legal prescriptions. American Behavioral Health Systems is here to help, and has responded to this issue with our Secure Withdrawal Management Center. It's specialized medication-assisted opioid treatment and detox for low-income and Medicaid-eligible clients. The time is now to free yourself from addiction. For more information, go to AmericanBehavioralHealth.net.
Welcome back to the Yakima Valley Sundome here on the Eli Sports Network, affiliated with the NFHS live streaming network. Nick Sisson alongside head coach Jeff Weeks. Jeff, we got a couple seconds before the play gets inbounded here. What are your thoughts so far here in the third quarter?
It's really nice to see for North Kitsap, see Gillespie and East have big quarters for them, and they're the ones that have contributed to North Kitsap having this lead. Too many empty possessions in a row there for Tumwater. Hopkins did hit the big three the fourth trip, but those three empty possessions really kind of hurting them right now.
North Kitsap with the basketball out of the timeout. Orness skips it. Davies, open three, catch and shoot, no good. That is Hopkins with the rebound. Good box out. Nice head fake read. Pulls up from about 12 and hits. Those are the toughest shots off the dribble, Jeff, from the baseline.
Yeah, with a guy running at you, good body control to be able to stop and pop and be in rhythm.
You don't have the backboard to rely on there, so it's all touch and muscle memory. 45 seconds to go. North Kitsap gets a drive, and a foul is called. And Hopkins is calling for some help side defense there, as he had to come in, and his feet tangled up Shemiluski. I think that it's going to be on the floor, though. Mason did try to throw a shot up there.
That's going to be Hopkins' fourth.
Yeah, that's crucial. And he's still kind of barking his way to the huddle, and Josh Wilson basically says, all right, I got to focus in on this possession here, but we'll talk about it later. Haroon also sitting out as Tanner Brewer and Clayton Morgan are into the ball game here for Tumwater. Clock down 37 seconds here. There's about a 11-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Nice job there by Brewer on the help side. He's out in front, 1-on-0 with the basket, and that should be goaltending there as Davies is trying to protest, but that clearly hit the glass first.
Great take by Brewer. Davies showing his athleticism to get up. He's just a tad late.
Yeah, I mean, got to sell it. It's Oscar season. The Vikings can hold for the final look here as Tumwater takes a 1-point lead after the goaltending. You don't get a chance to call goaltending very much at the high school level, Coach.
Not a ton, no.
Shemiluski jabs off some defenders, finds an open three. It's long. Rebound Brewer. Tumwater with time. 2 on the clock. Beyond half court. Brewer gets it up. Good if it goes, and it's off the top of the backboard. No good. That is going to do it, though. Tumwater wins the quarter. They're going to take a 1-point lead into the final frame for a chance at another fourth-place finish, 42-41. with that. Brewer jabs off the defenders and gets a Kentucky 2, and it's no good. Davies to the corner. That was Morgan who tried to take the charge, and Chmielewski just didn't put the ball down there and is called for traveling.
Yeah, in a hurry, saw the opening with the defender falling down and changed his pivot feet.
Fundamentals at this time of the year, I mean, it drives coaches crazy that, traveling is still called, but, they're still kids and they're super amped up, especially in a one-point situation here. Reed being guarded by East, and Reed just threw that one away. 2-on-1 break, bounce pass. East had trouble gathering it, but he manages to collect and go up off the glass. He's had a great second half now with 9, Jeff.
He's really been kind of the key for them here. Big quarter. Last time continuing that now here in the fourth. Big bucket to give him the lead back.
He is one of those 4 seniors and the only one with significant playing time, as Morgan initially lost a handle but gathers and goes up off the glass. Back and forth we go. Tumwater retakes a 1-point advantage. That's Morgan's first bucket. Orness drop step spin, gets around the help side defense. Wow, I don't know how he squeezed through that crease there, Jeff.
Just great body control as he came through.
If Morgan was 6 inches to his right, he would have been in position to possibly draw a charge, but that's just a good feel there by Orness. Skip near corner, back to the elbow. Now far wing, entry pass, far block. Gillespie trying to deny the ball. This is Tanner Brewer, catch and shoot. It rattles out. He had a good look there from about 16.
Yeah, North Kitsap daring him to shoot that too. Orness way off, almost conceding like, go ahead, we want you to. He's going to have to knock those down.
That's the old Russell Westbrook defense.
Might be the new Russell Westbrook defense.
Nice reach in there by Brewer, ball out of bounds. And they're going to say it's last touch by Brewer, and I don't think Brewer liked that call, but...
No, but a good hustle play by him, laying out, trying to make something happen.
Hopkins is going to check back into the game, but we're going to have a full timeout by North Kitsap with 5:29 to go here in the fourth. Folks, we are going to step away for another quick moment and a word from our sponsors.
OB Credit Union is your local credit union throughout the South Sound area. At OB Credit Union, you can open a personal savings account or checking account and plan for your financial future. David Littleton is a financial advisor, and he's waiting to hear from you today. Dave can help plan for your future and put in safeguards for when times get tough, while taking advantage of high-profit time periods. OB Credit Union is a longtime community member and supporter of local students. Stop in today at OB Credit Union in Lacey, Tumwater, and Tenino.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sundome. If you want to stay up to date with the high school sports scene, be sure to follow us on Twitter at YourESN, Facebook at Eli Sports, and our Eli Sports YouTube channel. We post scores from the games, along with pictures, interviews, and video highlights. For all the latest, follow ESN on one or all of our social media platforms. Back to action here after the timeout by North Kitsap. It is a 45-44 lead for the Vikings, and they will have possession. Nick Sisson alongside Jeff Weeks as we take you down the home stretch of the first game of the day. Winner gets fourth, loser gets sixth, but both going home with a trophy. Gillespie, open look, and it's cash. I believe that's his third main triple of the game, Jeff, and he's up in double figures now with 11.
Big bucket for him. Tumwater out of the timeout. Hopkins returns. They need his offense.
Kick to the corner. Orem dribbling out wing, settles into a three and gets it right back. That is a big bucket by Braden Orem. He's got 8. Chmielewski gets it out. Orness being double teamed. Chmielewski cuts to the basket wisely. And Gillespie at the elbow goes back to Mason in the corner. Mason tries to drive, and he does. Beautiful take there to the basket. You know, he has not really attempted any shots in this ball game, and I think Tumwater was kind of asleep there, not expecting him to drive and take that field goal attempt.
Yeah, every time he's driven baseline, he's been looking to give it up. That time he reads it right and puts it down.
off of a screen. Brewer trying to create some space. Steps back. 3 on the way. No good. But an offensive foul is going to be called before the shot attempt. North Kitsap will have possession. 4:16 to go now. And we've got a timeout. Tumwater. And this one is also going to be a full timeout. So fans, we will step away for another quick moment and be back here in just a few. He's not on the headset.
This welding program is centered around getting your state structural certifications. They come in, take the welding core classes, get their work done that is pertinent to what they're going to do out into the field. So the industry of welding is booming right now.
There's construction, there's pipe fitting, there's sheet metal, there's opening your own fab shop. Always going to have an opportunity to be a welder. We always need welders.
Welcome back to the Yakima Valley Sun Dome as we have 2A boys basketball consolation action. The tournament proudly brought to you by Giesa Credit Union and the Dairy Farmers of Washington. Got milk? We've got a good ball game here, Jeff. 50-47 with just over half down here, or under, I should say, halfway to go in this fourth quarter. You know, that 3 ball that was just hit a few moments ago by Orem, I was about to say during the action before we went to the timeout, that's one of those 3 balls that the coaches is screaming no until the shot goes in. I think Tumwater just needs to kind of settle in and try to go back inside.
Nice back cut.
Yeah, I mean, oh no. Great finish there by Davies, but he immediately grabs his tailbone area, and he is writhing in pain on the floor. You hate to see that, Jeff. And the trainer's coming over.
Trainer's trying to tell him to try and just stay calm.
His right leg is kind of twitching a little bit down there, and that's where your sciatic nerve starts to run down the outside of your hip there. And, boy, I tell you what, that's a tough one. He could have a real bad stinger there.
Looked more like he landed on his left side when he came down.
Oh, man. Just kind of got caught up underneath on his way down. I mean, that is one of the biggest fears when you rise up high to finish a layup or finish a dunk there. But
yeah, let's pause and take a break. We'll come back after this timeout.
There are many ways for businesses to expand their customer base, but one of the tried and true ways of increasing customer loyalty and recognizing employees is to put your name and logo on promotional and motivational items. You can find a wide selection at Alderson's Awards West Printwares in Centralia. Shirts, hats, coats, mugs, pens, and more, all with high-quality screen printing or embroidery done on site. For a full catalog of items at great prices, go to aldersons.net, and remember, you will get maximum impact at Awards West Printwares.
he is favoring that left leg there as we are back to action here at the Yakima Valley Sun Dome. Scary moment just a few seconds ago during the action. Harry Davies landing very hard on the floor. The great news is, Jeff, he was up and walking off on his own power, and he's going to head right back into the scorer's table here in a moment. I mean, you want to talk about toughness and determination. North Kitsap with a 5-point lead, but he's obviously not ready to quit out there as we got a gather and a shot up, no good. They got a travel called. I do agree with that call. I think it was a travel, but again, like you mentioned with the college style officiating, a little bit late there getting that whistle, but it's probably correct.
Yeah, he didn't catch it clean. His feet were moving as he was trying to handle that, and unfortunate turnover. Tumwater, another empty spot.
Davies goes to work, drop step spin, and he goes up into contact, leaves it short, but he's going to head to the free throw line, 52-47. I mean, for him to be able to get back out there and go right back to work shows a lot of mental toughness, Jeff.
Well, I think that was really important for him, too, just to show that he's okay. He's going to hurt like heck later, but
hits the first free throw, 17 in the game. He's leading all scorers up to this point, and North Kitsap with this next one can turn this into a 3-possession game. And they do. You wouldn't know that Davies was just on the floor rolling around a few minutes ago. Reed looking to create some space. A cut by Haroon. He was wide open and finishes it strong. I don't think he was expecting to be that wide open.
Good look for Tumwater. They got to get back to doing more of that.
Absolutely. Nice backdoor feed. What a cut backdoor there by Ornis, but the dime as well.
Tumwater can't trade possessions. They're going to have to find a way to get stops.
56-49. Tumwater likes to keep their games under 60, and Josh Wilson will probably tell you under 55 even. So yeah, like you mentioned, defense they hang their hat on as Brewer has a difficult shot attempt, and it'll be interesting to see who the official has this foul on. I thought Davies had all ball. Maybe they got Shemiluski there on the body.
Yep, they did.
Yeah, I mean, Davies was retreating backwards as well in the air when he got the ball, but Mason was kind of underneath the play there.
Fourth personal on Shemiluski.
So Brewer at the free throw line, a good place to be, trailing by 7. Clock stopped. As he gets the roll. That is the 4th team foul on the Vikings. So they're still really in good position here to continue to play aggressive on the defensive end without sending the T-Birds back to the charity stripe as Brewer lines up the next one. He's got 11 like his jersey, make it 12.
Now they got to find a way. A little full court pressure here.
Vikings get it across the timeline. Bounce pass near elbow. Shemiluski. Now Ornis skips it. Gillespie. Shemiluski wide open, looks left. It is. Haroon with the rebound. If you're Tumwater, you're very happy with that shot selection on that possession. And now you got an open 3 by Orem. It looks short, and it is. Legs at this point in the game, Jeff.
Yeah,
it's late.
That was big time legs.
Yeah, and he was wide open. I mean, that was a pretty good look as we're going to get a timeout here by North Kitsap. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in this first game of the day. 2A boys basketball consolation action. Tumwater trying for a second consecutive 4th place trophy. And North Kitsap finished 3rd last year. I mean, finishing 4th this season, entering the tournament as a 13 seed. You got to imagine that head coach Scott Orness would be thrilled heading into next season with his top 2 players back.
Oh, absolutely, be tickled about it, and they'll use the summertime like we've talked about. Can they find that 3rd guy? And it kind of looks like, that they've got some pieces here that they can play with and move, and it'll be a good summer for them to build on and gain some confidence with these younger kids.
Yeah, and they scheduled super tough in the non-league schedule as well, with games like against Union and Auburn, also against Linden. Two minutes to go here. Orness off the dribble. Davies for 3. This could be a dagger, and it rolls off. Hopkins with the rebound, playing with 4 fouls. Minute 47. High screen by Haroon. Good defense there. Shemiluski gets through it. Brewer, though, rises up, and it rattles out. Looked good there, Jeff, and you bet Brewer's thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that was just pretty tight. Did everything but drop.
The rims are tight, that is for sure. Shemiluski screens. Brewer goes right through him. Orness misses on the J. Brewer with it. Reed the trailer. Hands off. Brewer.
No, don't take that.
Yep, and there it is. Good advice, Jeff. Brewer doesn't care. It's a 2-point game.
Good thing he made it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his 3rd triple of the game, I believe. It's a 2-point game. 56 seconds to go. T-Bird fans really getting into it here. North Kitsap running this clock down. It's
They're
at 14.
going to get an ISO on Davies down here on the block. He even wants it, calling for it. Here it comes.
7 on the shot clock as he starts his drive. Hop steps might have traveled,
Oh,
and he loses the ball. And now he's asking for a jump ball, and his appeal might cause the possession arrow favors.
Yeah, they're going to give it.
Yeah, it still favors Tumwater.
Yeah.
So either way, that does work out for the T-Birds to get possession and come up with a stop. But that possession arrow change could really come into a factor here the last 39 seconds.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Tumwater get it across and take a timeout.
You're absolutely right. Brewer heads across the timeline, and he's going to call it. The Tumwater Thunderbirds are making it super interesting here on this possession. 35.4, it's a full timeout. We will step away, fans. This is the Eli Sports Network, and this is the fourth place game. We will be back with the conclusion in a few moments.
Many times, drug addiction and mental health crisis often occur at the same time. It's called co-occurring disorder. American behavioral health systems since 1997 have been treating those addicted to drugs, and now they serve those with mental health issues, providing full-service care for those in need of behavioral health intervention. ABHS's therapeutic approach is evidence-based and carried out by their professional care teams. You deserve happiness, hope, and health. For more information, go to AmericanBehavioralHealth.net.
And gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sun Dome, 35.4 seconds left in this one. This is the Eli Sports Network on the NFHS live streaming network, providing you all-day tournament coverage across the state of Washington from Tacoma to Spokane and in between. Nick Sisson alongside Jeff Weeks as Tumwater has 27 seconds on the shot clock to work. Down by 2. Reed looking to inbound, gets it to Brewer, and Brewer goes up and floats and hits. What a nice move there. Great play call out of the timeout, Jeff.
Really good look with the 2 other decoys in there. Now North Kitsap's going to take a timeout. It'll be a full, and they've got time here to draw up. It's Orness. You got Davies and, the third guy to think about if you leave him alone, Gillespie to hit the 3 here to win it. It's a full.
We're going to step away for another quick timeout, folks. Back in a few. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sun Dome. 22.5 left in this one. It is a tie ball game, 56-56. Everybody getting awake here for this one, Jeff.
Yeah, going to be a great finish, and they're going to hold it out here. We'll take the last shot. They'll probably go at about 10.
Clock down to 15. Orness to the elbow. Back to Orness. Brewer on him.
Here comes the screen.
Off the screen. It's no good. Haroon has it knocked out. 1.3 on the clock. It's Tumwater basketball. And I think head coach Josh Wilson is asking how many timeouts he got. I don't know if the refs can answer that question, but he gets one anyway here.
He's got one left, and it'll be a 30.
So we'll keep it right here. 1.3 seconds. I don't think they're putting any time back on the clock here, but Haroon might have been able to save a couple seconds if he knew the situation there to grab that board and ask for the timeout. But I guarantee you that he was probably going for the motion. But North Kitsap
got knocked out. Yeah,
poked the ball away right away. And I think Tumwater in that situation is fortunate to have possession because that would have been underneath the basket, and North Kitsap would have had another opportunity at a quick inbounds play. We've seen that inbound set that they've ran a couple of times so far over the course of the tournament. That's huge for Tumwater just to be able to advance this ball beyond half court.
Yeah, now really, as you look about time here, I don't know that they try to advance it too much. You're going to run a play, try and get a catch somewhere around the center circle and give you a little bit of time for a move and a shot.
So you got Orem throwing it in. Orem, a tremendous baseball player, a good throwing arm. We'll see if they go long like that old Duke, Kentucky game, Christian Laettner style. And now head coach Scott Orness, after he sees how Tumwater wants to set up, he's going to play some chess here and try to readjust his defense.
And here's the next chess piece. North Kitsap only has 14 fouls.
Yeah.
Let him catch and give a foul if you have to. I mean, you can be aggressive going for a pass here because you're not sending them to the free throw line.
I agree with that as long as they don't allow him to catch and then you want to foul because you know the shot is going to be going up right away. But I'm with you there. If you can overplay the passing lanes, and even during a collision, you touch the basketball, you run a little bit of time off the clock. Who knows?
Yep.
You might run it all the way out.
And the thing here is no one has timeouts anymore, so it's not like if it gets advanced, they can call a timeout and draw up a play. They got to go with something that they already know.
That makes me believe that head coach Josh Wilson's going to go long on this one, because now with there not being any timeouts, you cannot risk a 5-second violation. The ball's got to go in, and I think it's got to go deep. If they intercept it, you live with the result of a half-court heave.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and see a catch going to happen right around this circle. There's going to be some decoy screening in here for a guy to throw. And you're going to try and throw to an open spot, too. You're not throwing to a guy. You're going to let him run to it so that he can catch and have some time to make a move.
Again, Orem will throw it ahead. You got 2 up here, and now screen action.
There it is.
Orem throws it half court. Brewer has a look. Good if it goes. And it's off the back of the board and the rim. Nearly the shot of the tournament. Instead, bonus basketball here in game number 1, 56-56. Jeff, we talked about it going into this game. Both these teams very evenly matched. We've been spoiled so far here in the opener.
Yeah, it's really been a great one. And, we talked earlier at halftime about North Kitsap needing some other guys to step up. They got that from Gillespie and East, and that's what really carried them here. And then down the stretch, Brewer with some big buckets, Orem with a big 3 to bring them back, and the rebounding on the offensive end by Tanner Brewer. What a great ball game.
Yeah, I can't think back. I think that they were down 7 here in the fourth after Davies came back from that injury. It was about just over 3 minutes left. So, Tumwater carrying the momentum here into the overtime period, but that really has not been a factor here so far. Both of these teams have endured runs. They both trailed by 6 or 7 and fought their way back.
Yeah, really even. It'll be interesting to see who can make a push here in the first 2 minutes of overtime.
And we talked about legs before the game, and now it's really challenged here at overtime. And again, both these teams having to get their body clock set. The advantage here, Tumwater's played every game at 9 a.m. or earlier here in the tournament.
Yeah, they're kind of set to that. Now it's just about grit.
Jump ball here with Orness and Haroon, and it's controlled by the T-Birds. Again, a 4-minute overtime period. North Kitsap has 2 fouls to give here, as they've only got 4. Tumwater no fouls to give, as Brewer gets a jumper, leaves it short. Now Orness brings it across. Davies gets a screen from East. Double team. Into contact, offensive foul. Davies doesn't agree. Reed kind of nodded while he had his back on the ground there.
Yeah, if anything else, I thought he might have traveled too when he came off of there.
3:26 to go. That's the 5th team foul, so now just 1 foul to give for North Kitsap. Reed checks the bench. Head coach Josh Wilson gives him the play call. 13 on the shot clock. Brewer, ball fakes, gets around East, drives into Shemiluski. Contact, no call. Rebound Vikings.
Legs on both of those have affected those 2 shots for Brewer.
Davies looking to shake the defender, had a dribble, moves it to Orness. Orness wants a screen from Mason. Instead, he's going to hand it off. I can't read minds, I guess.
Back that lob.
Can't catch it clean there as Orness. Hopkins drives, pushes off, step back, Jay.
Big bucket.
It was a minor push off, not enough to draw an offensive foul. Hopkins has been sneaky here with 15 in the ball game, Jeff.
He really has. Been a little quiet and he had the foul trouble, but he's that next scorer, and now he's going to play D and get the steal.
Great defense there. A little bit of forced action to try to get that pass to the elbow. And that's just good coaching, because that's exactly where North Kitsap has ran their sets through, is on those elbows. 2 minutes to go here in the OT. Brewer drives left, kicks to the corner. Gillespie, good closeout. 3 on the way, never had a shot. Orness with the rebound. Davies now with it.
Go back to your dudes.
Nobody's guarding Shemiluski here
Yeah,
on
they're
the perimeter.
triple dog daring him to shoot. Go ahead.
Yeah. They're just double shadowing on Davies. Davies, though, gets a one-on-one there, and he splashes it home. You got to wonder where that help defense was. If you're not guarding Mason, you got to double-team the ball when it's in Orness or Davies' hands.
Well, I think they were waiting for him to drive, and if he would have come down the lane a little more, that double was going to come. So good decision by Harry to stop and hit the jumper.
Minute 12 to go in the ball game. We're tied again. Brewer struggled on his last couple attempts here, but he did tie that ball game up late after a timeout. This time, underhand toss rotation, now Hopkins. Being guarded by Shemiluski, double in the corner, taken away by Davies.
Good D.
Under a minute to go. That was a great double team. When he had his back turned, he came over. Great timing.
I'd go right back to Harry here.
East needs to head over to the other side, says Davies. Davies finds Orness. Good spot to be at, but the help defense shading. Gillespie drives and kicks to the corner. East gets it out. 10 on the shot clock, 37 on the game clock. Davies gets the same look that he just had. Step back dribble, no good on the shot. Brewer with the rebound. 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. And we got a timeout. I thought for a second the T-Birds were going to play through here, but still a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. 58-58, and it's going to be a full timeout. Fans, we're going to step aside for a quick break, and we will be back here in just a few moments.
Pacific Mobile Structures are big supporters of kids and athletics. If you are in need of temporary office space on a work site or for overflow space, or if your building is in need of major renovation, Pacific Mobile Structures can keep your company at work. Pacific Mobile Structures offers everything from traditional modular classroom space to complete multi-purpose college campus buildings, including Sage classrooms, which combine the latest in healthy learning environments with the best in green building practices. Pacific Mobile Structures can also offer you permanent space for a fraction of the cost to build your own. Go online to check out Pacific Mobile Structures.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sun Dome, the Palm Springs of Washington State. Nick Sisson alongside Jeff Weeks here on the Eli Sports Network and the NFHS High School Live Streaming Network. Jeff, I mean, we've been treated here in this first 8 a.m. matchup, 58-58, 2-second differential. As a coach, are you looking to still milk the clock here on this possession, or do you really want to run your sets and try to get that first available option?
No, I want to take the last shot. Well, or almost the last shot. I think we're going to see a zone here. Matchup zone, which isn't a bad idea.
2-3, they've got Orness and Davies down.
Now they're going to switch out. They're going to switch out now.
We got a 1-4 high-low here by the T-Birds.
Yeah, I'm going to use as much clock as I can use, and at 10 on the shot clock, I'm going to go. Here it is.
Brewer now with it, faces up. 5 on the clock here. 3, entry pass down low. Turnaround, denied by Davies. They still have time. Davies crossing the timeline. Timeout is taken, though. Yeah. And we'll see if they got time back on the clock, but right now it's 1.4. We'll see if the officials confer and talk about when the timeout was called, because the clock ran for a couple tenths of a second.
Well, it took them a while to realize East jumping up and down, screaming like crazy for a timeout at the free throw line, and they recognized it by the time he got to the circle. And he started screaming at 3, but by the time they recognized it.
And I think that the appeal is coming from the assistant coaching staff over there. A polite appeal, though, of course. Nobody too excited here at this point. But, yeah, I mean, what a play by Davies. You know, he ends up tying the ball game a minute ago, and then he comes up with a huge block there. You know, that's the danger when you do go late in the shot clock, especially when you're forcing a shot up with about 2 seconds. You can leave your feet, and you can contest that shot a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, you really can, and just a great play by him as he stayed underneath and kind of saw it develop in front of him and came and ran it. And they're not going to change anything. We're going to leave it at 1.4.
Yeah, and head coach Scott Orness palms out here in the Palm Springs of Washington State, wondering how come we couldn't buy a couple extra tenths of a second there, as Davies is right in front of us at the scorer's table, being guarded here by Orem. Orness.
Oh, great.
Great defense there by Orem as he deflected it.
Yeah, we're going to double overtime. Great defense. Hey, 2 great defensive plays by 2 kids. Thumbs up to both of them.
Jeff, we're spoiled rotten right now. I mean, I just got a grin on my face. I knew this game was going to be a dogfight heading in. I mean, I didn't expect double overtime, but fans, we're going to step aside here for another quick break during the timeout as we head to the second OT period, 58-58 between Tumwater and North Kitsap. We're coming back.
What's really special about these debit cards are the fact that they do have rewards tied to them. Although you personally are not reaping the benefit from that, your community is, and they support our healthcare heroes, and especially during this time where our frontline workers have had to be out there and people are getting sick. Every time you purchase something with that card, you're giving funds back to those organizations.
On behalf of Yakima Valley Memorial, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sun Dome. This is 2A boys basketball in the consolation round. Trophy day here, Jeff, and the first trophy is going to be awarded to the team who can survive a double OT period. Who knows, maybe a triple OT period. I hope I don't wish a bad omen upon everybody here because it's been a long trip so far this week. And wow, I can't believe that we're here, 58-58.
Yeah, just a great game. A couple big plays made by kids, and that's what you want to see as they fight to try and bring home a better trophy.
North Kitsap ends up controlling the tip after it's tapped around by each squad. Yeah, each team just scoring 2 points there in that first OT period. Defense a factor, legs a factor. Harry Davies a factor. Turns around and hits the J. North Kitsap draws first blood in the double OT period.
Davies with 22 now.
Making a strong case for the tournament first team there. Brewer to take the lead. Yeah, it's Cash. Already more combined points here in this double OT period. Just 40 seconds in. Brewer gives the T-Birds a lead, and we've got a foul. It's offensive. Orness, wow. He was caught with the forearm there, and I think Brewer definitely slid over maybe a second late, but you know what? The forearm, I think, overrided.
Yeah, I think that's what they saw.
Yeah. 3:13 to go. Brewer, he's playing just like Davies was playing there at the end of that first overtime period. He hits the J on one end and comes away with a big defensive effort on the other. Now he's with the basketball, still with his dribble, being guarded by East. Screen by Haroon, frees up space for Brewer, rises up and hits. He's found his second win here. Brewer with the 5 points for Tumwater in the OT period. He's up to 22 as well, Jeff.
Big possession here for North Kitsap. I'd go back to Davies.
Orness rips it through. Foul on the floor, but guess what? Bonus basketball free throws here as he will have a 1-and-1. Clock stop with 2:31 to go, and that foul is going to be called on Luke Reed. That is his third.
Big free throws here.
And the first one is Cash. Orness up to 17. Not going to say that's a quiet 17, but he has been settled down a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, they didn't get anything in the third. Big free throws made there, cuts the lead to 1.
63-62, 2:30 left in the double OT period. Winner gets fourth, loser gets sixth. You would think that these teams are playing for the championship here at the 8 a.m. game. Brewer gets a nice screen again, but Shemiluski gets through it. Now Reed, Haroon. Good ball movement here, 9 on the shot clock. Now Brewer gets another screen from Haroon.
Nice take.
Brewer is on one. 24 in the ball game. All the points for Tumwater here in the double OT. Davies kicks. Orness. Nice ball fake. A three. Wide open. Yes! Tie ball game again. 65-65. Orness with the last 5 for the Vikings. 1:40 to go. Brewer for another one. Yes, a 3 ball! Wow!
And the players are putting on a show. The scorers have decided it's their time.
27-27. Davies turns and spins. It's blocked by Orr, but Davies gets it back.
Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Yeah, 11 here. Orness, Euros, kicks, corner three, on the way. No good, short. Offensive rebound, Shemiluski. Orness with it now, resets. I'm under a minute to go now, double OT. Drive, dime, nice play there. Shemiluski finishes. Almost a charge drawn there, but good job there to slow up by Orness to dime that one off.
Great body control.
Yeah, Shemiluski with his second bucket. It's a 1-point game, 68-67, 40 seconds left. Brewer pulls up for another, and it's off. Rebound Orness. 32 seconds. It's a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. The Viking fans on the far side on their feet. Orness.
Timeout.
Scott Orness taking a timeout there. 21.8 on the game clock. 17 on the shot clock. They will take it out here right in front of us on Media Row. It's a full timeout, fans. We will step away for another moment back here in a few at the Yakima Valley Sundome. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yakima Valley Sundome here on the Eli Sports Network. Double overtime here between North Kitsap and Tumwater. It'll be the Vikings' possession with 17 on the shot clock, 21.8 seconds on the game clock. And Davies is in the corner here to start. Shemiluski will inbound it. Probably just going to go to Orness here in the backcourt. And we'll probably see a screen to free up Davies. I think he's going to get the basketball and go one-on-one. But what do I know? Orness with it. They go to the high post. Brewer bumps the basketball. They were going to bring Davies out to try to hand off and let him isolate. But instead, free throws here. And that one just went off the head of Brewer. I don't think he intended to foul there.
No, Brewer was really trying to follow Orness through and just be tight to the screen so he didn't get rubbed off.
It's a one-on-one situation for Mason Shemiluski. This is his first trip to the free throw line here, so that might be the only blessing for Tumwater out of the situation as he misses it, rolls off.
They got a foul.
Brewer gets the rebound, and there was a foul called. Hard to hear there as the Tumwater fans are going crazy behind us, and not the guy that you want to put at the free throw line. But the good news is that North Kitsap, as long as they get the rebound on a miss, they'll have a chance to possess the basketball again. Brewer will be at the free throw line.
North Kitsap out of timeout, so they're going to have to, if you need a three, you're going to have your play called and be ready to roll.
Yeah, you're going to have to play through, and got to imagine that head coach Scott Orness is going to use his best set for this last possession. Brewer hits the first free throw. It's a 2-point game. Jeff, Brewer's got all 11 Tumwater points here in the final double OT period, potentially final OT period, I should say, because who knows? I mean, could be heading to triple OT.
Coach Wilson screaming, no threes, no threes.
And he hits. Now do you foul, though, if you're Tumwater?
You got to think about it.
Three on the way for the tie! Oh, my goodness! And we've got a whistle and a timeout just after head coach Josh Wilson was screaming, no threes. That is what Kane Orness delivers. We've got a full timeout. We're going to check on the clock because the buzzer sounded. I think that head coach Josh Wilson got a timeout in before the clock expired.
Well, yeah, he did. He told them timeout, and the officials blew the whistle. The problem is none of them put their hands up for the clock operator to stop the clock, so they're going to have to come together. It's going to be one. Let's see what they say.
Was awarded at too, Jeff, because they were moving the ball up the court. I think it'll still be on North Kitsap's half of the ball.
They're going to point right here at half court.
We're staying right here, folks, until we get this decision. They are putting time on the clock here, so again, we're keeping it right here.
1.4 seconds is what's going to be on, they just announced.
Yeah, they reset the scoreboard accidentally, but 70 to 70. 1.4 on the clock. The basketball is still in the backcourt, but this is a good opportunity here. You can throw a pass down in the painted area, and if you're North Kitsap, you can't foul here on the catch because it'll put Tumwater at the line.
I'm waiting for Brewer. I'm looking to see where Brewer's coming. I'm going to double it. Someone else is going to have to catch this.
And Davies is going to face guard him on the entry, and they skip it. Shot on the way for the win, and it's just short. He had the right look there, and he slaps the floor. That was Braden Oram. Oh, my goodness, Jeff. Triple overtime. Yeah, Reed caught there on an illegal screen.
That'll be his fourth.
Still haven't had a player disqualified up to this point. You know, you don't usually say that when you're into triple overtime.
Shimilewski and Davies with 4 apiece for North Kitsap.
Yeah, Hopkins, I think, 4, and Reed is 4 as well for Tumwater. And Hopkins tried to sell that, an open 3 missed by East. Davies with a rebound.
Davies will be gone. There's 5.
Harry Davies is unfortunately disqualified here in this one. That's my fault. I jinxed it just talking about how we haven't had a player disqualified. And, you know, to add insult to injury, free throws are going to be awarded here to Tumwater and Luke Reed. But Harry Davies, he's had one heck of a tournament here, Jeff, and his tournament is over. He will be back next season as a senior. And if you look at his day, he's had 22 in the ball game.
And a lot of big defensive plays for him. So well-rounded game for him on both sides.
Luke Reed has had a quiet day overall, but 3 points now after the made freebie. Next free throw is good. 72-73, 15 left in the ball game. Now Orness goes to work, picks up his dribble. Gillespie back to Orness. Brewer on him. Orness off the dribble, jump stop, goes up off the glass, misses it short. Good defense, East from behind. Almost a foul there.
Pretty darn close. Big possession here for Tumwater.
Yeah, it's a bigger defensive possession for North Kitsap here as they feels like you don't want to go down by 2 possessions here, especially without Davies in the ball game. By the way, I should let everybody know that it was number 11, Noah Sorensen, checking into the ball game there as that 3 is off the mark. In fact, it doesn't touch anything. Sorensen catches, back to Orness, poked away and stolen by Brewer. Brewer's done everything for Tumwater. Hesitation. Jump ball.
Arrow belongs to Tumwater. Wow. Good defensive play down there on the baseline.
72-70 with 2:11 to go, 22 seconds on the shot clock here for Tumwater as it's going to be Brewer inbounding. I'm always a fan of one of your shooters inbounding the ball because you're always available right away for a quick screen and a curl as this ball's out of bounds and turned over by Tumwater. It didn't work itself out that way, though. I think they were trying to get the ball back to Brewer after
the inbound. Back to Brewer, and it first went off of East and then off of Brewer, back out of bounds.
Under 2 to go now here in the triple OT period. Pull up, Orness, no good. Sorensen touches it, and that keeps it in play. 3 on the way, short. Rebound, Haroon.
Big board, they got a run out.
Long outlet, Gillespie can't get to it. Floater up, no good long. Haroon!
Oh, big play.
It's a 4-point lead, under 90 seconds left now, and we've got a timeout, North Kitsap. Gunnar Haroon, the hustle play. He grabbed the board. He ran the floor. He caught and adjusted in the air to put it back in without landing. What a play there, Jeff.
What a great athleticism and heady, right?
Yeah.
Heady to follow the outlet throw, bust your tail down the floor in case your partner misses the bunny, and is there to follow and put it back in on a big bucket.
Yeah, we're just going to keep it right here, folks, as, you know, Jeff and I are just astounded with how this game is played out here. I mean, we've been hard at it. This is day number 4. These guys out here, it's day number 4 for them too. I mean, each of these teams had to start things out in the opening round of 12 here in Yakima, and they're really laying it out on the court.
Yeah, really are. Here's the opportunity for Orness, and you could tell on that last possession for North Kitsap, Gillespie was more active, so he'd be probably the second choice. He's the second option now for North Kitsap. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, there's a serious lack of officials, high school sports in the state of Washington. There's a chance for you to be part of the solution by becoming an official. Contact the Washington Officials Association and see how you can become involved.
Back to action here, side out. Shemiluski gets it in. Gillespie gets a clean look, and it doesn't hit iron. Rebound, Tumwater.
Rushed that one. Looked like he just rushed.
It was a good play design there as he was just wide open, and shooters shoot. Got to live with the results. Minute 7 to go in the game. Shot clock down to 13 now as Brewer gathers. Gets a screen. Haroon goes right. Brewer just dribbling behind the action. Now goes around, finds a shooter. It's Orem, and it's short, but an offensive rebound. Haroon goes up quickly. Needed to use some clock there.
Yeah, all his teammates wanted him to throw it out so they could use some more clock. If he would have made it, though, it was a dagger.
Orness pulls up off the dribble, 3 short.
Big
Rebound
board
by Haroon again. He's probably got himself a double-double here as Brewer is fouled by Gillespie. And you know what? With these 2 free throws, it could be doom and gloom for North Kitsap.
Brewer to the line. He can make it a 2-possession game with 32.7 left here in the third overtime.
Yeah, not only that, Jeff, I mean, but 2 3-point baskets would just tie the game. I don't want to say that again, but North Kitsap fans would be just fine with it as Brewer does hit the first. Brewer's got himself a 30-piece here.
Yeah, he's put on a clinic here from the fourth quarter on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the tournament high is 34 by Kevin Holden of R.A. Long, but Brewer could end up getting there if he finds himself at the free throw line a couple more times down the stretch here, and he's up to 31 now. Clock at 30. Orness gives it up. Chmielewski looking inside. Gillespie came off a curl.
And they unwound.
Count the bucket and one. That is probably the worst case scenario there for Tumwater to allow the bucket. But you know what that play was set up by? That action that was ran by Gillespie. You mentioned him as a second option. Tumwater was keying on that. Orness slips back door. Good find.
Yeah. Reed, that'll be his 5th. He'll finish with 4 points.
Luke Reed, a senior, his career over now, and he would love to have his teammates finish off a victory.
Tanner Brewer comes in for him.
Free throw is good from Orness, now 27 of his own. And he got a foul here, and Brewer catches, and he is fouled immediately by East.
Now we're in the double bonus, and they were able to cut the lead in half in that exchange.
Got to hope for Brewer to at least miss one of these free throws here.
Yeah, and Kitsap without a timeout, too, so the only way to stop the clock is going to be with fouling.
Both teams are in the double bonus, so Tumwater definitely will want to avoid fouling. Brewer at the free throw line hits. I mean, Brewer has been unconscious here in the overtime periods, we should say. I mean, I think he had almost every point, if not every point, in that second OT period.
Yeah, he had all 11.
And he hits again, 33 in the game. North Kitsap hurrying the other way. Orness off the run, one step. Three!
Banks it in.
Is banked in. They have no timeouts, and the ball is just on the baseline here. Clock running, but the 5-second call being administered. Brewer was on his way to the floor there, but East probably caused it, fouling.
Yep. 9.2 left. We'll go to the other end.
I just want to say, Cade Orness has had himself a clutch overtime period as well. He tied the ball game to send it into triple OT. That was off of 1 foot on the run off the glass. I mean, you just saw it at home, but wow. Brewer again. Hits again. 34.
Needs this one, and it's just going to be flat out tough because the time they score, they won't have to throw it back in again. They'll take their 5 count. It'll be under 5. This is for a ball game. Got it.
Good. 80-76. Orness, a 3. No good. That's going to do it, folks. Tumwater gathers the rebound. A foul. There will be more free throws. 1.9 to go. Connor Hopkins will head to the line. But, man, this war of attrition, you wouldn't know it by the way that these teams played down the stretch, Jeff. I mean, it was clutch basket after clutch basket, clutch free throws for Brewer. I mean, I just don't know what to say at this point.
Jay Ashford Downing, senior, going to get into the ball game for North Kitsap. What a great game.
Hopkins settling in with 15 points and now 16 after the free throw. I mean, he's been the Robin so far to Brewer's Batman, and yeah, I mean, it's just been a phenomenal game. Both these teams just laying it out there. Tremendous heart, tremendous effort. Orness throws it up to pad the stats from half court, and it's no good. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Tumwater, for the second consecutive season, takes home the 4th place trophy. Meanwhile, the North Kitsap Vikings are going to finish 6th a year after finishing 3rd. Neither of these teams have anything to hang their heads about. Tumwater showing that mental resilience after losing in the quarterfinals for the 2nd straight season to bounce back and pick up 2 consecutive victories.
Yeah, just an outstanding job, both of these teams. What a great way to start trophy day. Triple overtime, and geez, I mean, 3 guys scoring a ton of points, great defensive stops all the way through. Kudos to these guys for playing a great game early.
Yeah, the bar has been set very high for the next teams that are going to take the court here on the boys' end. Folks, we're going to step away for a moment here, and then we're going to come back with a quick a quick Alderson's Award West post-game show. You are watching 2A Boys Basketball here on the Eli Sports Network. Back in a few.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
Time to wrap up this game with the Alderson's Awards West Coast Game Show. Awards West in Centralia can supply you with t-shirts, hats, and hundreds, if not thousands, of promotional products, even team uniforms. Before you buy, check in with locally owned Awards West printwares at aldersons.net. Now back to our ESN crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Alderson's Award West Printwares halftime or post-game show. I'm out of sorts, Jeff. For trophies, awards, t-shirts, and so much more, go to aldersons.net for their full catalog. And Jeff, Tumwater is going to face our direction here. We're going to get a good look at the fourth place finishing team that came out and won this one in double OT 82-76. Talk us through it.
Well, what a great, from the fourth quarter on overtime, Luke Brewer just put him on his back offensively and made every play they needed to make all the way down the stretch. He got a little bit of help there from Connor Hopkins. Heron with some big buckets to put him over the top and extend the lead, and what just grit effort. Really, both teams. Congratulations to North Kitsap. That was just a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely treated, and I just mentioned on the lead out before the commercial break, I mean, the bar is set very high for the rest of the teams that are going to take the court here, obviously, to outdo this one. Hard to believe that after this ball game, we've still got 4 championship games to watch and see how they play out.
For North Kitsap, Lauren S. and Davies coming back next year, 2 great players, the 2 pieces to build on and wrap around, and heavy senior team here for Tumwater. Just congratulations to those guys for another strong finish and a heck of a day today.
Yeah, you mentioned the 1-2 punch there of North Kitsap, and Luke Brewer, he put his team on their back basically there in that OT period, that double OT period. I mean, if you think about it, if he doesn't score all of those 11 points there, I mean, Orness might have won that ball game with that triple that tied it. So really, Luke Brewer, carried his team when it mattered the most. And folks, we are going to name our Thorbeck's most valuable player here, brought to you by Thorbeck's Wellness Center in Chehalis, Centralia, and South Bend. Strong today, stronger tomorrow, strongest together at Thorbeck's, and I think it's an easy choice here, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Without doubt, you got to look at Luke Brewer, just yeoman's work there in the overtime periods, and man, he was just impressive, finishing with 35, and he made every free throw from the fourth quarter on in overtime to put that away for Tumwater. So kudos to Luke.
I believe that was an individual scoring tournament high here for the 2A boys with that 35-point effort for Luke Brewer, saving the best for last. Congratulations, Luke Brewer. You are the Thorbeck's most valuable player. Congratulations to the Tumwater Thunderbirds on a strong finish in 4th place. And also congratulations to the North Kitsap Vikings. Nothing to hang their heads about. They were a 13 seed coming into this one. In fact, Tumwater also a double-digit seed at 11. So both of these teams really showing out here, using their grit and experience at the Yakima Valley Sundome. Folks, that is going to wrap things up. We're going to help the tournament get back on schedule. On behalf of my co-host, Coach Jeff Weeks, this is Nick Sisson on behalf of the Eli Sports Network. Tumwater, your 4th place 2A boys finisher. North Kitsap 6th place after an 82-76 victory by the T-Birds. Thank you so much, fans, for coming on out and watching the broadcast, and be sure to come on back for our next one here in a few moments.